30th May 2021, the recent developments have took place. The world have emerged out with many of new learnings, many of new events, and everything marks its platter of news headlines. So hereby, let's have first phase. The Indian Prime Minister have addressed his nation through Man Ki Baat. Firstly, where he shared accomplishment, sufferings, and everything with the nation from his point of view. So let's learn about. In India, we will mark unlock phases for Uttar Pradesh in few certain regions. Even we will cover West Bengal and education sector as well.
And some news just coming in. Sources have told India Today that Bengal Chief Secretary Alapan Bandyopadhyay is not likely to attend and join North Block tomorrow. Alapan Bandyopadhyay instead will be attending a meeting chaired by Mamata Banerjee at Nabana tomorrow. The Bengal Chief Secretary was recalled by the centre and deputed to the Department of Personnel. Interestingly, he's not going there. He had been asked to join at 10 a.m. on the 31st of May, which is tomorrow, but he's not doing so.
All right, Samya, thank you for the moment for joining us for those details. Let's now move on. And Uttar Pradesh government has announced that the unlocking process is going to begin now. UP starts unlocking process in districts with less than 600 active cases, and this is going to kick in from 1st of June. Night curfew and weekend curfew to remain in place for the moment. That's the update we are bringing for you. So now unlocking process in UP as well is going to begin from 1st of June. Remember, Delhi government has already announced that the unlocking process gradually is going to start from tomorrow. Let's go across to Prashant joining us on the broadcast for more on this. Prashant, give us more details, how things are going to change come June 1st in UP.
Well, Hina, if you talk about Uttar Pradesh, starting June 1st, the state has started unlocking process. Now, those districts which have active caseload of less than 600, those are the districts that will first go for unlock. What does unlock mean? Unlock means that starting 7 a.m. in the morning to 7 p.m., the shops, markets, government offices, private offices, and other economic activities and movement can actually happen. This is a big relief for people and has come in only for the districts that have active caseload of less than 600 cases. Now, the guidelines very clearly says that the moment the districts that have opened, the moment it starts reporting an active caseload of more than 600, the previous guidelines, that was the guidelines of the corona curfew that we have right now in a complete, which completely restricts the movement, that will come into place. And the districts which have not opened, which will not open on June 1st, for that matter, districts in the NCR, Meerut, and around 20 districts, the moment they start reporting active caseload of less than 600, the unlock guidelines will start over there immediately. So clearly, it's a relief for people and the government also. A very good decision coming in from the government, because the government knows that perhaps people cannot do, for more days without jobs, and that's the reason perhaps the economic activities have also been opened. But also a very important, view has been given on the active number of cases. Now, this is a minimum 600 cases is what the government said, that we need to ensure that we are on the verge of 600 cases. The districts that are below 600 can open fully. The districts which have more than 600 cases, the moment it happens, it will once again go into a sort of corona curfew that we have right now. So clearly a good decision, many would say, and many are also arguing that perhaps this should be the case in the national capital also. But for now, Uttar Pradesh has announced that everything can open in the districts which have active caseload of less than 600, and it will starting June 1st.
All right, Prashant, appreciate you joining us with all of those details.
And then there's a breaking news coming in. The Youth Bar Association, representing 521 students, have moved an intervention plea and wants it to be heard tomorrow in the Supreme Court for cancellation of the Class 12 CBSE exam, saying holding it will be in contradiction to CBSE's own decision to cancel the Class 10 exams. How is the raging pandemic going to affect Class 10 and 12 students differently? Ask the plea through advocates Tanvi Dubey and Charu Mathur.
We are in the middle of the biggest medical catastrophe we have ever seen or witnessed before. The number of COVID cases have reached an unprecedented levels. The number of deaths have reached a level which we have never experienced before. This is the time when you and me are discussing about the physical conduct of examination. My first question, without even entering into any kind of discussion, is that isn't it already an alarming situation? Isn't it already an extraordinary circumstance that we should think of alternative mode of assessment?
Let's take this across to Harish, who's joining us for more on the story. Harish, very, very important that now this plea has been filed before the Apex Court. But this matter as such also had come up last week and it's scheduled to be heard later this week as well. What can we expect will transpire in the court? Would there be likely an early hearing with this new petition?
Yes, Madhav, this intervention petition comes a day before the Supreme Court is all set to hear the already pending petition in which the petitioners have sought cancellation of Class 12 CBSE exams and demands an alternative mode of evaluation through internal assessment. So lakhs of students are and parents are waiting with bated breath for that hearing. So it is during this time that 521 more students have approached the Supreme Court saying that they too should be heard when the Supreme Court takes up this very, very crucial hearing tomorrow. They have essentially sought quashing of the notification dated 14th, 16th and 19th of April issued by CBSE and ICSE, whereby the exams of only Class 10 was cancelled and Class 12 was only postponed. They say that holding of Class 12 CBSE exams is complete contradiction to CBSE's own decision to cancel Class 10 exams. They asked how is the raging pandemic going to affect Class 10 and 12 students differently? And coming to a question, remember Madhav, on the last date of hearing, that is on Friday, Justice Khanvilkar had said that they are deferring the hearing to Monday, that is tomorrow, awaiting the central government's and CBSE's decision. But that is yet to come. But remember, Madhav, the Supreme Court bench had told the petitioners that you should be optimistic, and because we learned that though the final decision of the government will be only coming on June 1st, we think that the government might have formed the final opinion by May 31st. So we will have the benefit of the center's decision also by then. But till now, Madhav, we know that the HRD ministry is yet to take a decision. But comments from the minister in the run-up to the Supreme Court hearing makes one feel that the government is set to go ahead with the exams in some form or other. Remember, even the HRD minister Ramesh Pokhriyal had written in a recent media article that Class 12 exams are deemed a significant milestone in a student's educational journey. They have different importance and a different context altogether and are an essential yardstick. So we'll have to wait and watch, given the fact that the center and CBSE is yet to come out with a firm stand. What will be the stand of the Supreme Court tomorrow? How they are planning to go about the hearing? So in that matter of fact, this intervention petition is very important because more and more students are coming before the Supreme Court seeking cancellation of Class 12 CBSE exams. So we'll have to wait and watch what kind of order the Supreme Court will pass tomorrow.
In prevailing conditions, current scenario, recent developments, everything marks one term, pandemic COVID-19. New inventions, innovation and emerging opportunities and current challenge. So let's look.
The Health Ministry has said that nearly 12 crore vaccine doses are going to be available for National COVID Vaccination Program in June 2021. Sharon joining us on the broadcast more on this. Sharon, we've been getting these kind of statements continuously now since last few weeks. In fact, a complete roadmap was given by the Ministry of Health as well about, by December, how many vaccines are we supposed to get. But on the ground, there is extreme shortage.
Well, that is right, and for which there was a clarification from Health Ministry as well that when a monthly a monthly vaccination distribution happens, though the production might be, for example, a certain amount, but when it reaches to the state, it takes time because there is in fact number of tests the vaccination goes through after production, which is stability test. After that there is sterility test, and after that it goes to the central drug laboratory where it goes through a quality check, and then in batches is what it is being sent. So even Bharat Biotech has in fact said that after production it takes at least 20 days for these vaccination to reach the state to be distributed by the central government, and hence there is a delay. But there is no vaccination shortage is what the health ministry has been saying. Today as well they have released the statement where they are saying that nearly 12 crore doses will be available for national COVID vaccination for the month of June, and they have been saying that in the month of May there was about 7 crore 94 lakh doses that was made available through the vaccination drive to the state and the UTs, and they will continue to do so, and in June it will be nearly 12 crore is what the health ministry has been saying.
All right. Thank you very much for the moment for joining us with all of those details, Shelly.
New sunshine have been witnessed by us, a transforming universe, and now the new developments have took place in international front. So let's check the recent development.
UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson married his fiancée Carrie Simons in a secret ceremony at Westminster Cathedral on Saturday. Here's more.
British Prime Minister Boris Johnson married his fiancée Carrie Simons in a secret ceremony at Westminster Cathedral on Saturday, according to media reports. A spokeswoman for Johnson's Downing Street office declined to comment. The Sun and Mail on Sunday newspapers said guests were invited at the last minute to the central London ceremony, and said even senior members of Johnson's office were aware of the wedding plans. Weddings in England are currently limited to 30 people due to COVID-19 restrictions. Johnson, who is 56, and Simons, who is 33, have been living together in Downing Street since he became Prime Minister in 2019. They announced their engagement and had a son together last year. Johnson was previously married to lawyer Marina Wheeler for 25 years, with whom he has 4 children. Before Wheeler, Johnson was married to socialite Allegra Mostyn Owen. Simons will be his 3rd wife.
Today we have discussed education board examination. Then we have another phase, being a resident of Uttar Pradesh, unlocking process will be started in phases. Then West Bengal developments also been in recent scenario. So we have covered health ministry announcement regarding COVID-19. Then we have prevailing global news and international news. So with this note, to see you again soon tomorrow with new headlines, I am concluding it for today.